I'm just off to pick up my bib ahead of the race tomorrow to save some time. I'm about as ill prepared as you could possibly be for a major endurance test. I've been driving for about 18 hours yesterday and today, with only about 6 hours sleep, so I'm mentally exhausted, physically sluggish and lethargic, and now I've got to get up and run and bike and swim tomorrow morning, so yeah. Also have a bit of a leg stretch as well, as I've not used my bike in about 3 weeks. I've been left the UK in a nice comfortable 18 degrees C. I arrived in the valley to absolutely scorching 35 degrees. So hot I can barely breathe while pedalling on the bike. And to add insult to injury, the air quality here is absolutely terrible right now. It's triple whammy. We've got the Canadian smog, smoke from the fires, Saharan dust, plus the usual pollution from the cars and vehicles that gets trapped in the valley every time you get high pressure here. So the air quality is the worst in France, if not the worst in the whole of Europe right now. I've got to do a triathlon in this tomorrow. Earlier on, I did a little reconnaissance of the bike loop. These are my local roads, I know them all at the back of my hand. But it's always good to double check, just in case there's been some roadworks, I've been away, new road surfaces, things like that. So yeah, did a quick lap. So obviously that's half of the bike circuit in total, just for reacquaint myself. Make sure everything on the bike is still working, and perhaps more importantly, the legs. Just came to find my spot at the rails after picking up my bib, etc. Turns out they gave me a t-shirt after all. Don't know if they're supposed to, but I'm certainly not complaining. You also get a swimming hat. No idea if it'll fit over my head and more importantly my hair, but we shall see. Timing chip, obviously. Bib number. Numbers for the bike and for your helmets, and yeah, I think that's everything. So pretty much all sorted now. Race day. Just heading back to the lake now. There's no designated parking on site, and my house is nearly as close as the 2 car parks at Super U in Passy and Intermarché in Demansy, so there's really no advantage to me driving there. And besides, you've got so little space to store all your stuff, and I've got nobody to look after my kit, that there's no advantage to driving anyway, because I can't carry any more kit than what I've got on me. So yeah, have a nice little warm-up, 10-15 minute ride to get there, and then yeah, about an hour before kick-off, or swim-off, I guess you call it. It's just as hot today, and probably even more humid. I've not acclimatised to South of France yet at all. I've only been here less than 24 hours, so that's not enough time to get used to this kind of heat and stickiness. There's a chance of thunderstorms today. Well, I'd love to have the cooling effect of the rain. I really do not want there to be a thunderstorm during the bike leg, because that'll make the descent pretty treacherous, and the descent's going to be one of my strong bits, because gravity's my friend. I'm pretty fat, but yeah, a lot of it's soaking wet and I'm having to take it really slow, so yeah. A bit of heavy rain during the run would be lovely, but please not for the bike.
C'est vrai que j'ai une petite pensée pour ceux qui sont venus à la plage au lac aujourd'hui. Ils se sont dit, oh c'est con, on va les...
One of you asked what the water temperature was in my last video, and I can confirm about a week ago it was 20.8 degrees C. It's been really hot since then, so it's definitely warmer than that. It's low to mid-20s now, I'd say, so almost too warm. The clouds are definitely building on the mountains all around now, so I don't think we're going to stay dry through this. There's a thunderstorm brewing for sure.
Suite d'Angèle Sensi, 15 minutes et 18 secondes de course. On va attendre la 3e position bien sûr pour venir compléter ce podium dans cette...
Here's my spot, incredibly crowded as you can see. You really don't get much real estate in a triathlon. Get everything in the order that I need it. Well, swimming gear, need it now obviously. Bike shoes, bike jersey, running shoes. Helmet on the handlebars. Bib on the bike, bottles ready filled. Good to go. Obviously I can't take you out on the water for the swim with me, so I'll be seeing you again at transition 1. Wish me luck. They just announced something about the thunderstorms, everyone cheered ironically. I thought they might be about to cancel it, but everyone appears to still be getting ready, so I guess we're good to go. 15 minutes till off. What a disappointment. They did cancel it after all. We're all at the start line, just about to jump in, and they said stop, and that was that. Virtually everyone went and did 1 lap of the swim anyway. I've just gone and done 2 laps, hence why it's basically empty here now. But yeah, that's it. Really disappointing. I mean, it is raining now, but no sign of thunder and lightning yet. But I guess I couldn't take the risk, so that's that. I think I'm gonna go home, dump my bag and most of the stuff I don't need, and go do a lap of the bike circuit anyway. Use this as training, might as well. All the announcements are in French, don't really understand everything they're saying, but got no idea if it's going to be rescheduled, if we'll get a refund or anything. I highly doubt we'll get a refund. You never get a refund for these sorts of things. So yeah, most expensive swim hat I've ever bought, if that's the case. They've completely dismantled the park now, so it seems like any thoughts of them rescheduling it are highly unlikely. Maybe we'll get deferred entry to next year, but I think that's pretty unlikely too, because given that it's basically full this year, that'd mean there'd be virtually no spots available for new entrants next year. So yeah, I could well be £100 down the drain, which is, again, highly disappointing. I don't know if I'll risk entering another triathlon either, if that's the case, because thunderstorms in the Alps this time of year are pretty damn likely. If you've only got a 50% chance of being able to actually complete the race, then why bother really? I can go for a swim, run and bike by my own steam. Why pay all that money to enter a triathlon if it's a reasonable chance of it getting cancelled? So yeah, I've had my fingers burned this time. Probably won't take that risk again, but we shall see. It's gone 4 o'clock now. The winners would have been finished by now. Not been a single rumble of thunder or flash of lightning anywhere within about 50 kilometres of here. Such a shame. Barely even any rain. The road's about bone dry again now. Screw it. I'm off to do the bike circuit by myself and maybe do the run afterwards as well. We shall see. But I'll show you some of the bike course at the very least. So here we go. And this is it, the start of the climb. Initially it's fairly mellow, nothing to write home about, but it gets pretty steep pretty quickly. This is where the triathlon would have been won and lost really by those who are actually racing it. If you have a bad climb, you can lose minutes to your rivals. You can't make up that kind of time on the swim or the run anywhere. Only like to be a few seconds separating the top athletes on the swim and the run. But on the bike here, like I say, you can lose minutes. So yeah, all about this climb. This is the end of the climb coming up now. It's about to join the main road from where it's fast and undulating initially, before very fast, smooth, straight-ish descent. So yeah, everyone would have been flying down this next section now. Back down in the valley again. All of that part so far was on the Tour de France time trial 2 years ago when Vingegaard stole a march in his rivals and which ultimately won in the Tour. So yeah, the road surface is really good, it's all really fast, but yeah, a tough climb. And that's the end of lap 1. After lap 2, we're going to continue straight on at that roundabout back there, over the next roundabout and then head back towards the lake. But I'm going round for lap 2. It's now gone 6 o'clock. Even the slowest finishers would have finished well before now, and yet still not a single rumble of thunder or flash of lightning. So frustrating, incredibly frustrating. Anyway, here I am. I'm on leg 3, the final leg, the run. Okay, granted this isn't quite the course you would have done. I'm starting from my house rather than starting at the lake at the transition spot, but it's approximately 10k run from my house to the far end of the lake and back. So I would have completed the full distance even though I've not done all of the course for the run. So yeah, I've done my own separated triathlon today instead. One lesson I've learned, if I ever do a triathlon again, which is looking quite unlikely now, I might be none and done. I certainly won't be giving the Passy Triathlon Club any more of my hard-earned money unless they reimburse us, but maybe I'll do one somewhere else. But yeah, one takeaway from this is be sure to put Vaseline on your armpits, because chafage on the swim is a serious problem. Obviously when I was a competitive swimmer as a kid, as a 10-year-old, that wasn't an issue. I'm hairy now, so yeah. Either that or shave your armpits, but then at some point you'll deal with stubble, which is even worse. So yeah, I'll definitely be lubing up if I do this again next time. And here we are, back at the lake. I bet it's turned out to be a lovely day down here at the lake in the end. But what can you do? So the running course isn't strictly speaking a loop of the lake. I'm going to do a loop, but the course was more of a horseshoe doubled up on itself twice. But yeah, just makes much more sense to do a loop for me now. That's all that's left of the arena now. Basically all gone. But that's what it's all about, that view. Even if we can't see the top of Mont Blanc today. Run complete. I may not have officially done a triathlon, but I've definitely done a triathlon. My body's absolutely beat now. Need to go find some cold water to lie down in. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get out of bed tomorrow morning. Just what the doctor ordered. I really needed that. Lake Passy maybe about 20 degrees, maybe even 25 degrees this time of year. This water comes straight off the glaciers of Mont Blanc, and it's not having much time to warm up by the time it gets down here. So it's rarely more than about 5 degrees. Somewhere between 5 to 10 degrees, so yeah. That's definitely what the body needs. You can't beat the feeling of being proper bone tired, i.e. absolutely completely shattered after some kind of endurance event such as that. Okay, I wasn't racing against anybody, I wasn't even timing myself, but in my current rather overweight state, that still took a lot out of me. It was really hard to keep my legs turning over by the end of the run, and that's exactly what you want. If you've got energy left in the tank at the end of the day, you haven't tried hard enough. Sure, if I'd been in good shape, those distances wouldn't have troubled me at all, but then I would have pushed harder on the bike and the run, and I've probably been equally just as shattered anyway, so yeah. I really love pushing my body to the limits. It may hurt at the time, but it feels so good afterwards. Especially with a little bit of cold water therapy as well. I guess I'm going to have to wait a few days to see what, if anything, they're going to do about rescheduling or reimbursing us. Probably neither, but you never know. But either way, by that point, this video would have already gone out, and social media will be flush with all the negative PR from everybody else who's posting on Instagram, Facebook, etc. So yeah, the damage for them will have already been done. And the more I think about it, I'm becoming increasingly more and more annoyed as well, because there's so many more things they could have done. I get that, of course, thunderstorms are a safety risk, especially when you've got a load of people in water, but they could have cancelled the swim, or they could have brought the whole event forward an hour or so, pushed it back an hour or so, shortened the distance, made it just one lap instead of two, etc, etc. Then there's so many ways that they could have made it safer and still let us do something. So yeah, you don't want to blame the individuals who are there just running the thing probably in their own time, but somewhere somebody higher up the chain made a really shit decision, to be honest. So there's definitely going to be a hell of a lot of pissed off people. For me, it's only on my doorstep. I'm literally within walking distance of the lake, but people have travelled from miles and miles away. There are people on the start list from all across Europe. Okay, granted they might already live here like I do, but definitely people who are Spanish, British, might have even seen a Russian name on there. So yeah, if people have travelled hundreds of miles to be here, they're going to be incredibly pissed off. So yeah, it's really not a good look. But at least for me, that's kick-started my fitness regime again, because I've entered a trail race in around about a month's time, and unless I shed a few kilos, that's really going to hurt. So at least I've got some motivation to try and get into shape again now. Fingers crossed that's not cancelled because of the weather as well, but it really wouldn't surprise me, just my luck. But anyway, stay tuned for that to see how I get on there.